Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Alrighty, what's going on, guys? So this is my final video from our Europe trip. We actually went to Grindelwald, Switzerland before we went to Lucerne, which was my last video. We caught some tench, so that was a new species for me. And then after Lucerne, we went to Paris. So this video is Grindelwald and Paris together. And on this trip, the little fishing I did do, I wanted to get some new species. So we did just that. We did some urban fishing. It was a new experience for me. Hope y'all enjoy.
Alrighty guys, so right here we are at a small creek that branches into the main river. The main river was actually way too strong to fish. I tried it and it was just a waste of time, but I had fished at Utah in the past and I don't know a lot about trout fishing, but I know that if you throw a little jig upstream and bounce it down, odds are you're going to get a bite. So that was what we were trying. Yeah man, this river was a little too strong. I saw online that some people had caught fish in there, but I just don't see how that was possible. It may have been stronger than usual at this point in time. I'm not too sure. These giant snails were everywhere, man. And I actually had some to eat once we went to Paris. It's like a delicacy over there. Yeah, different culture for sure.
Big ass slug.
So I started dropping the bait in these little pools that were kind of protected from the current by the rocks. And unfortunately, we did not get anything at Grindelwald, but it was gorgeous. So not have to any time wasted. Yeah, this was definitely wishful thinking right here. I was just like hiking, and any water I saw, I was like, dude, I have to throw this bait. If I caught a fish in this, that would be insane. And we didn't get anything, but it was cool.
Alrighty, so as you guys can see, we are not at the water yet. So just to fill y'all in, I just spent a day and a half trying to get a fishing license. I spent the first day trying to order it online, calling people nonstop. Didn't go through it because I have an American payment. I tried my credit card, my debit card, wouldn't work. So I went to 2 Tabacs today because apparently they're supposed to sell fishing licenses. It's basically a tobacco store slash vape shop. They didn't, so I drove, well, I Ubered an hour to a department store. It was basically like a giant academy, and they said they do sell them, but they stopped at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I went to another one, said the same thing. This has been a day and a half of trying to get a fishing license, and we still don't have it. But at the department store, I bought a bunch of fishing stuff, so now I have no excuse not to get one. I'm gonna go Monday. Today's Saturday. I'm gonna go Monday morning and get that license, hopefully, and we will see y'all at the river in downtown Paris. Alrighty, so I put my Pin Pursuit with some 50-pound braid that I bought, that is 8 strand, on a telescopic rod. These were like 25 euros. And then I took a 1/0 hook. These are one of my gar hooks. And then I made a spring out of a bobby pin to make a hair rig for luncheon meat, so we can get a Wells catfish on this setup. And then on this one, we have the little stock reel that it came with. It's 38-pound braid. Don't know why, not 35 or 40, but it looks pretty good. This is 4 strand. And then we're gonna be throwing pike lures slash catfish lures on that. The Wells will eat those, so hopefully, all things considered, we can start moving in the right direction and get some lines out soon.
Okay, so we started in downtown Paris. This is the La Seine, or however you say it. It's the main river that cuts through. And I noticed particularly in the spot, it was so strong in current because there is actually an island in the middle right here, and the river kind of splits in 2, and this is the smaller of the 2. So it's a lot of water getting pushed through a very small width, and I couldn't keep any bait in one place. So this was kind of just a cool experience. You had the cathedral in the background, but no fish, unfortunately, this spot. Okay, so here I found some calm water. This is actually a canal system that kind of reminds me of the canals back home. Instead of pumping stations, they have like locks. So these fish are kind of stuck in here, and I figured this water will be calm, and it was. So I pulled up with the telescopic rods, and first things first, we're trying to get the corned beef on the hook because there are Wells catfish in here.
Alrighty guys, let's see if we can get open this can of beef somehow. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, all it took was one Google search to find out this is not how you're supposed to open a can of corned beef. Alrighty, so right here I'm trying to pack it on and you can see the blood on my thumb. I actually cut it trying to open the corned beef. So not a good start to the day, but I'm trying to pack this bait on this hair rig that I made, and things did not go as planned. First cast, bait immediately disintegrated into the water. So not a good start. Alrighty, so here I started throwing a lure. I got like a starter swim bait kit from the store, and their lures compared to ours are a lot different because their main predatory fish is pike instead of bass. Like, you come here in America, every store has bass lures, every single one. They don't, and it's all pike stuff. So it's big swim baits. They have treble hooks on them, heavy duty wire hooks. It's really cool, and this was actually a perch color pattern I was throwing. I got quite a few of those because that's their main, I guess, bait fish that the pike targets. So cool stuff. But we were just walking and casting for a very long time. I had to have walked at least 2 miles before we get to our next spot. It was ridiculous.
Look at this, guys. You have the water all the way down there, and then the boats come through. They come into here, and then they raise the water levels so they get even with the canal over there. It's basically like an elevator.
Okay, so this was the final spot that I was gonna fish, and man, these canals are so weird. There's so many locks, and it's like a descending canal, like y'all saw. It's like that elevator. It's weird, but this was the final spot because it was the biggest part of the canal, and then it immediately gets super skinny. So this was kind of my my last shot to catch a fish here.
You're right, good spot.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, first pike. I'm from America. We don't have these.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. First cast.
Are you here on holiday or something?
Yes. Yeah, we were doing a little trip across Europe, and this is our last stop. So I had to get some fishing in.
You stay for the Olympic Games?
No, we're not.
Oh my god. This one is not a catfish, right?
No, this is a pike. Sorry. Let's see if I can get him without him getting us wet. Chill out, buddy. There we go. Awesome, first pike. There we go. Get a picture and let him go. Yeah, he's slimy.
He's what?
He's slimy.
He's acting dead.
No. He's probably gonna freak out as soon as I try to take the hook out. Would you mind? Oh, would you mind taking a picture for me?
Yeah, give me a phone. Or
You can just hold this. It's on.
okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's no joke, right here my finger was stuck in this pike's gills, and I was like, if this thing freaks out, I'm gonna be a bloody mess, and this is gonna be embarrassing. But luckily he let me release him in peace.
Alrighty guys, that does it. So we got the pike scratched off the list. We don't have pike here in Louisiana. We do have chain pickerel, but they don't get nearly as big as pike. So that, honestly, that might be something I target in the future. But dude, I am so glad to be home. I am ready to be in the swamp, catching gar again. Europe was fun, but I think I'm gonna stay in Louisiana for a while. I think I like it too much. But I was flying in and I noticed the lake was like super low and the canals were like dry. So if anyone knows what's going on there, let me know, because that was concerning. But ready to get back out there and catch some gar, man. We got some big things planned. Boat had some issues, so I haven't been taking the boat out. Also, I've been in Europe, but we got some big things ahead. We catch some true monsters. So I will see y'all in the next fishing video.